Good morning. It's day 18 of the Summer of Wonder road trip through the Rockies, and Lexi and I are starting our day, a very chilly day, in the Beartooths Mountains. We had a little bit of rain this morning and a lot of thunder, but all is well, and we have a really nice campsite right here, including our bear box, on a beautiful little stream. So after a good chat with our camp host last night, I found out that this site is available for the next few nights as well. So I think we're gonna stay put and call this a home base for today and tomorrow at least, and then see where that takes us. But we're only about 20 minutes outside of Red Lodge, which is nice. So we're going in this morning for some provisions, a few things that I need. Gonna do some hiking today and just enjoy being outside and pray that it doesn't rain. It is clearing up though. And maybe that it gets a little bit warmer. Wasn't really psyched to put my winter coat on this morning, but glad I had it. So I know if you've been watching my videos that this is not an unfamiliar sight. The mornings, quiet, creek running, thinking about hiking, where we're gonna go, all the things. Dog sleeping under the picnic table. Like, this is the good stuff, you guys. This is why I do this, at least in part. Okay, we're at this cute little place called the Soda Hole in downtown Red Lodge. We just wanted a quick lunch. I needed something good, and I indulged our OG smash burger and my favorite, sweet potato fries. Lex and I decided we needed lunch before we left town, so we're at this cute little place, and they had custard pup cups, but it was so big that I made her share it with me. I enjoyed our little bit of time in town today, found a cute coffee shop, got some Wi-Fi, did the things I needed to do, and we're back here. This is our trailhead for the Glacier Lake Trail. We're about 8 miles up from our campsite. We're about 8,600 feet up, and it's a lot. And we're gonna climb 1,100 feet. This is hard to believe, for me anyway. We're about 9,000 feet up. The flowers are just gorgeous. Streams are rushing. So beautiful. Yes, I'm breathing hard. Yes, we've climbed 1,000 feet. Holy moly. We're approaching 9,500 feet maybe, close to 10,000. Look at these creepy trees. It's beautiful though. We are way up there. The good news is we get to go down. We have walked up and up and up and up and up for Glacier Lake. Don't worry, this isn't it. Although it's a pretty little mini pond. Let's find the lake. We're almost there. The sad news is that we are apparently several hundred feet above it, so it's not gonna be for swimming. We found it. I always find it so hard to believe that there's all these lakes on top of mountains or in the crevices and caverns and mountains. We are way up here. But there's still trees, so we're not above the tree line. Okay, that was officially really, really hard for me. So I know I'm just out of shape to some extent and getting older, but 1,100 feet was a little over a mile and a half. It just felt like a lot. But check out this lake. I wish the sun would shine on it so it would be a little bit sparklier, but it is just a gorgeous day, and this is just an amazing view. We are grateful, and we are just so awed by the creation of God and just all that He has made for us to enjoy, even though sometimes we have to work pretty hard to enjoy it. But that's okay. It was totally worth it, and it's all downhill from here. This is my mountain goat who came right up the mountain, and now she's mad because she can't go down here. But it's a couple hundred feet of elevation below us, and I'm not doing it. One of the cool things about this hike, even though it's only a 4-mile hike, is that part of the hike is in Montana and part of it is in Wyoming. And you start in Montana and you end at the top in Montana. So some little sliver in the middle is Wyoming. So I'm guessing that's probably about where we are right now. But either way, it's cool. And now the clouds are coming in a little bit and settling on top of the mountains. So neat. The wildflowers are just still so beautiful. And they have quite a view, I have to say, of this magnificent range and the bowl here and these trees and rocks. And I'm convinced that Montana is basically just one giant rock. Okay, this is pretty wild. There's a lot of dead trees like this and they're really creepy. But when this one upended, it took this big rock with it. And it's stuck there in between the different layers of the wood. Isn't that wild? Yep, I know. A familiar sight. Me, my campsite, a tent, a roaring fire. Notice that there's a dog missing because it is about 7:30 and at 7:20 she put herself to bed in the tent because she is so stinking tired. It is a gorgeous evening in the Beartooth Mountain. This is our second night in our campsite, and there is something really lovely about not having to pitch your tent, as it seems like I do many days. So staying 2 days in a row is great. We feel a little bit like we live here. We had a lovely morning in our campsite and our campground, just walking around and exploring a little bit. We did find out that there is a bear that has been in and around the campground, but we haven't seen him, so happy about that. I feel better about all that now, though. Have my bear spray. We're good to go. We had an awesome hike. What a great day. I did want to take a minute to just reflect a little bit on something I've been thinking about today. When I am sharing things like this, is because I hope that it's helpful to people who are considering traveling in some capacity, especially if you're taking a solo road trip, especially if you're taking a longer one. There inevitably are going to be times where you just feel like, I'm done. I want to go home. And it's happened to me on not every trip, but on some. And it happened to me a couple days ago when we got to Red Lodge. And here's what I've learned is that, I knew that wasn't an option because I have commitments coming up with book signings and things. And but I also knew that it was an emotional reaction. It wasn't a thought, it was a feeling. So I just kind of sat with that for a while, and I'm a super slow processor. It's almost always a bad idea for me to make a quick decision. And so for me, I decided to just be patient and ride it out. And here we are. Like, this was a great day. And had I given into my insecurities or my anxiety or just tiredness or whatever, then then this wouldn't have been the outcome. So all that to say, be patient and try not to react to your feelings immediately. Try to rest for a bit, especially if you're tired. Like, I know for me, that's just bad decision making is going to follow. Talk to somebody if you need to. Take another look at it more in the morning. And that was a difference maker. And then we took off, and here we are, and found this amazing place, and it's just been a great day. So tomorrow we do leave here. I'm so excited because I'm going to drive the Beartooth Pass again from the other direction, and tomorrow's supposed to be a beautiful day. So it makes sense for us to go that direction anyway, and so I'm thrilled. So Lexi and I are going to stop and do at least one hike along the way and find our way back to Sheridan, Wyoming, because I have an event there on Friday evening. I have a book signing at Sheridan Stationery, which is the oldest bookstore in Sheridan, and so quaint and cute, and I cannot wait to spend a few hours there on Friday signing books and meeting people. I trust you are enjoying the Summer of Wonder road trip through the Rockies. We are deep into the Rockies now, and that is where we will stay here for the next 2 weeks. If you haven't liked and subscribed to our YouTube channel, then I'm not really sure what you're waiting for, because it only just keeps getting better. Seriously though, please follow us, like, subscribe. We'd love to have you along for the ride. See you tomorrow for day 19.